Professor, when we're thinking golf tournaments around here, where our minds instantly go to the Principal Charity Classic.
Right.
But you're saying, no, there's another great tournament that made its way through the Metro. Good morning.
Good morning to you both. Yeah, this was an example of something that worked so well, it led to things like the Principal Charity Classic and other things. This that we're going to talk about today, the biggest sporting event in Iowa history. Not talking about the Barnstormer Saturday night. That was a big deal, but not in terms of crowd. More than 250,000 people attended part of the U.S. Senior Open Golf Tournament at the Des Moines Golf and Country Club, which began on this day, July 11th, in 1999. It was the first time in 36 years that a United States Golf Association championship had been held in the state. That other event, the 1963 U.S. Amateur Tournament, held at the Wakanda Club in Des Moines. One of those amateurs back in 1963 was a fellow named Dave Eichelberger. And then 36 years later, in 1999, the Waco, Texas native was back in Iowa for that U.S. Senior Open. In fact, he was one of 5 golfers who played in both the 1963 Amateur and the 1999 Senior tournaments held in the metro area. He was known on the tour as Ike, and he was just one shot off the lead as the final round began. By the back nine, he was putting together an impressive string of birdies that gave him a tournament total of 7 under par, a 3-stroke victory. And oh, by the way, one of those big first-place cardboard checks for $315,000. That's pretty good money 20 years ago. It'd be pretty good today. I mean, that's Lou Seipel money.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm saying that's very impressive. Again, I'm amazed. I'm flabbergasted by how much money these golfers make.
And that was, in essence, for a week.
Yeah.
Eichelberger was a 4-time winner on the PGA Tour and a 6-time winner on the Senior Tour, which we now know as the Champions Tour. His last win came in 2002. Here's the total number who came through the turnstiles: 252,800. That's how many fans attended the event, including 51,200 on the final day alone.
Wow.
Think of how many Iowa cities of decent size are far smaller than that. In other words, it was probably the 7th largest city in Iowa on the golf course that day. When the U.S. Senior Open Golf Tournament was held in Des Moines, people still remember it started on this date in 1999, which by my math is, 19 years ago today.
Yeah, I remember so many different people were in town. So many dignitaries were in town. And we had the elite when it came to golf here. Arnold Palmer was here. Remember an interview that we had with Arnold Palmer? Want me to relive the interview with him? Jeff, I know you'll appreciate this. So this is Round Guy asking Arnold Palmer, so Arnie, how you hitting them? I'm hitting them. That's it. There it is. That's the whole interview. How does that, Jeff?
Now, you should have put on the screen recreation. There should have been some language there so people wouldn't have gotten confused, because Lou, it was so lifelike.
Yeah.
I was just taken
you
aback.
thought Arnie was standing right here, didn't you? Yeah.
It sounded like it. Yeah.
Was this pre-lemonade and tea days? So
Yeah.
You couldn't ask him about that.
Driving in a cart. He was just driving in a cart. That was the whole. We must have played that thing 50 times because an exclusive interview, and we built it up like some of these other TV stations built up these things that are way overblown.
Yeah.
And then we kept playing an exclusive interview with Arnold Palmer, and that was it. That was the whole thing. So
he's hitting them.
I'm still remembering it. I'm hitting it. I'm hitting them.
Well, what's great is you mentioned the Arnold Palmer drink. And he was known for going into a country club or a place that would serve beverages, and the waitress would say, or the waiter would say, "What will you have, sir?" And he said, "I'll have a me."
That's what we all strive for, Jeff, is that someday we can go in and just say, "I'll have a me."
I'll have a me.
Yeah, that's it.
And you know what? For those that don't know, Arnold Palmer drink is half iced tea, half lemonade.
There you go. Something refreshing
Yep.
on a hot day like today. If people want to follow along, so we know why we have some incredible tournaments that make their way through our great state of Iowa. It started with something incredible that happened back in 1999. If people want to learn more, where should they go, Professor?
IowaAlmanac.com. That has this story and all the ones we talk about. Get a preview every day on Twitter at Iowa Almanac, but online, IowaAlmanac.com.
There you go.
And I'm sure you had a wonderful conversation with the governor yesterday that people can enjoy today as well.
Aren't you just so kind to have remembered that? I had forgotten. It's pretty bad.
Good thing you recorded it yesterday, huh?
Thank goodness Jackie is here to help promote my own program. Yes.
All right, tell everybody what time your little program is going to be on and what channel it's going to be on. That would help too.
It would probably help if I just had prepared a full screen because I can't remember anything. This afternoon, I am on the radio on AM 1540 statewide. It is from 2 until 4 p.m. My conversation with the governor from yesterday is at 2:15, and we will be talking about the renewable fuel standard and tariffs and flood recovery in Cedar Rapids. And then also, by the way, in the program at around 3:30, Mike Chapman, who was the founder of Iowa History Journal magazine, which you talk about with Michael Swanger, the current publisher, every month. Mike Chapman is from Waterloo, and so he comes in every week, and we talk about something that was really cool that happened over the course of time. And we've talked about gangsters that have made their way to eastern Iowa, performers. Today we're going to talk about when Amelia Earhart came to Waterloo in the 1930s. So that's all between 2 and 4 on AM 1540 on your radio.
May have to check that out. Perfect, yeah. On the way to Zubru, getting set up for Zubru. We're going to listen to you, buddy. No pressure.
I better pre-record to make sure this sounds good. Oh, wait, the show's called Live and Local.
There
I really can't pre-record. Oh, well.
All right, yeah, and we can get it here with no problem whatsoever here in the Des Moines area. Thank you, Jeff. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning.
All right, stay cool, guys.
All right, you too.
Thanks.